Hey, how's it going? It's Eric here, and welcome to the very first episode of. I haven't fully decided the name, but I'm thinking Jumpstart to Freedom might be the name of it. So, in this video, I want to kind of go more into detail about why I decided to start this specific series and what it's really going to be all about, right? So, this is going to be a daily video series that you'll get from me where I'm going to document my journey from where I am right now, getting sales here and there, fairly consistently to, of course, getting them on a full-time daily basis where I am consistently generating sales on a daily basis, at least, I would say at least, ideally, 5 new sales per day. And I know for a fact that if I could do that, this would be enough for me to, of course, quit the job and go full time in the online business, which has been a dream of mine for a very long time since well over 4 years now, since 2017. And I've gone through a whole lot of different, training programs and all this other stuff, jumped around to like a lot of different things out there. And it took me a very long time to really get any sort of traction online, right? So the purpose of this series is really for me to, of course, document my journey and kind of show you really the things that I'm doing on a daily basis so that you can get an idea on how I am, of course, taking myself from where I am right now to, of course, where I really want to be in the long term, right? And it's going to be a really exciting series. If you are someone that has been in this, industry for some time, and if you've been trying to do affiliate marketing, or maybe if you're brand new and you're still kind of unsure on what to focus on, or the habits you should be doing on a daily basis to, of course, get results, then this video series is going to be very beneficial for you, right? So the thing that I want to also mention is this. I don't exactly know what my results are going to be with this. It might work out very well, or it might it might fail very miserably, right? Which is kind of the funny thing, right? So again, I'm going into this without knowing exactly what my results are going to be, but I truly believe that it will work out because I'm going to be tracking pretty much everything that I'm going to be doing on a daily basis. And there's one thing that I've learned recently that I want to kind of share in this video is that what gets tracked gets improved upon, right? So if you decide to track, your email marketing campaigns or your daily habits, right? The more that you track stuff that you are, of course, you track your progress towards whatever specific goal that you're going for, it's going to be much easier for you to, of course, stay on track and, of course, improve as you go along, right? So that's, I'd say, the main reason why I decided to start this specific series so that, I could do this for myself, it's something to, of course, look back on, something to, of course, help me keep accountable, kind of stay, on path and not get, overwhelmed or distracted by something that goes on, in like personal life or something. So this will help myself to stay on track, and it'll also help you as well to kind of be able to watch my journey as well. So it's a series that I'm really excited about. I haven't really seen too many other like affiliate marketers here on YouTube or on TikTok or any other platform do this type of thing. And that's pretty much another reason why I wanted to start this specific series so that you as a viewer can, of course, get a glimpse on what to expect if you are just getting started in this affiliate marketing industry, right? So yeah, so I want to go ahead and I just want to get right into my, I think that pretty much is kind of my main introduction on what this will be all about, right? But I want to go ahead and I want to get into my daily habits. So see you in the bit. All right, so I want to start this off by kind of showing you kind of the main sort of tracking habit that I kind of have for myself that I do on a daily basis, right? So I have this app on my phone called Todoist. Here you see me on the desktop version of the site, but here you see I have all my, kind of my agenda kind of listed for the day. Like, so these are the things I want to be, doing. So of course, begin filming short video clips throughout the day, and this was kind of part of the, this video series that I'm doing, right? So I guess I can kind of go ahead and check this off right here. The next thing I want to do is, of course, journal for 5 minutes, right? So one other thing that I have right here is this thing called the 5 minute journal. And basically it's a thing where you kind of just write in it on a daily basis, right? So you can go in here and you could simply put like, for example, 3 things you're grateful for, what would make today great. So, 3 important things you want to get done. And then, of course, some daily affirmations. Now, what I do personally with this is I have, so like I write out like the 3 things I want to get done, 3 things I'm grateful for, and then daily affirmations, right? So I typically just write the same thing here. I am fully independent thanks to my online biz, which has allowed me to help thousands online. And then I of course, at the end of the night, before going to bed, I simply write it in again, and I talk about, okay, here are some things I got done, what I could have done better. So this right here is, of course, helped me quite a lot to, of course, stay on track. This is something I started doing a couple of years ago, back in 2018, and it's something that has, of course, helped me kind of stay in this affiliate marketing game for the long term, right? So if you're looking to kind of achieve anything for the long term and you want to kind of get long-term results with anything, I highly recommend having some sort of habit like this, where you are tracking your progress, whether it's through like virtual app you can get on your phone, or if you have something physical like a journal or a notebook to write in. This, of course, will help keep you on track. All right, so I just finished, journaling for the morning, and the next thing that I have on my agenda right here is I'm going to attend this daily wake-up call for the program that I'm currently in. Right, so every single morning around like 10 a.m. they have like this daily wake-up call where they give like announcements on what's coming to the program and kind of what to look out for, and it kind of helps get you kind of pumped up for the day. So one great thing that I've decided that I want to really focus on more is, of course, working on my mindset more. And I feel like for myself personally, this is very important for myself because when you're first getting started, if you have, like, for example, like a like an environment, or some if you have like other things in your personal life that you feel are kind of holding you back, whether it's like negative people in your life, or if it's like your job or something, if it's like super stressful and you kind of get home and you're like all exhausted, it's very important that you are focusing on your mindset on a daily basis, so that this way it kind of helps keep you on track and gets you kind of pumped up for the day, right? So if you aren't working on your mindset, if you're not like fueling your mind with something kind of positive every single day, then it's going to be very difficult to really stay on track, and you'll find reasons to, of course, give up very early on if you don't do this often, right? So I was always kind of like on and off when it came to like the personal development stuff. And so, like, what I've noticed personally is, throughout the times where I got into, like, law of attraction and like listening to, like, personal development books, I always found that during these times I was always in a better mood. I was much more consistent. I was much more like on track and more focused. And during the times that I wasn't, I found myself very on and off, like very much like this up and down roller coaster, where it's like I'm really productive at one point, the next day I'm like just in this like very lethargic state, and I'm not really getting much done. Next day I kind of get a little bit done, and then like something else happens that specific day, something totally unplanned. It kind of like knocks me off my momentum path, and so I end up not really getting much done. So it's currently 10 a.m. right now. I'm going to see if this is currently live right now. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page and see if he's currently live in the thing, which I don't really see it right now. I'm going to wait a bit, I guess. So this is a bit interesting. I noticed he went live, but for some reason I'm having difficulties on my end. The video's lagging quite a bit. I'm going to see if this will, of course, work. I don't know why. It's like stuck on like this frozen screen or something. I'm going to try like going back in here and kind of going back to the video that I was just on. Let's try this again. Loading, 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 loading. Not showing on mine. Oh, I guess other people are having the issue as well. No, from my phone, it's not showing me either. Okay, this is interesting. Lagging. Lagging. Anyways, quite an interesting way to start the day, but I guess I'll pick it back up with an update shortly. So I just got done watching the live daily wake up call, and basically what I had to do is I had to watch it from my mobile phone, so wasn't really working too well on my computer for some reason. But when I went on my phone, it was working pretty good. But I'm definitely feeling a lot more pumped up for the day. And what I want to do right now is I want to kind of take this moment to show you kind of one of my new habits that I recently picked up by going through the training inside of this specific program. So one of the habits that and I talked about this earlier in the video, is of course tracking everything, right? What tends to get tracked is usually improved upon, and the more you track things and you analyze what you're currently doing and what to, of course, improve upon, the more you'll, of course, make improvements down the road. So I want to kind of show you my computer screen real quick, so check this out. So here's what I started doing recently, right? So I have my, here you see me, my Google Drive thingy right here. And what I did is I created this new folder called AJS Tracking Sheets. That stands for, of course, Affiliate Jumpstart. And so here I have my different Google Sheets that I've created, these Google Grids, where I'm basically tracking things such as the emails that I send out to my list,
exactly what emails that I come up with, the subject lines, the body text. And this I simply do just by following other uh, marketers, and of course seeing what they're doing, and of course taking inspiration, kind of modeling what they're doing, and of course kind of saying things in my own words. So that's basically what I'm doing with these emails. I recently created another one here called AJS email heaters. So basically what I'm going to be doing right here is I will be checking exactly which emails, of course, get a very high open rate, ideally above 10%. And then if it has like a good click through rate as well, I will simply put it in here to, of course, be reused sometime down the road, right? So another thing that I've learned is, of course, if you have something, if you have an email that, of course, performs well, you could simply use it multiple times, and that, of course, will help get you consistent high open rates, right? So that's one thing I started doing. I've also started putting together a new follow-up series for my new for my list that I'm currently using right now. So I have like a different email sequence that I'm like currently using, like different broadcasts and like these, a different sequence that I'm currently using. But this is like a new one that I'm current, like kind of like a more like revamped one that I'm simply putting together right now. And then of course I also have like one where it's like I'm tracking like the members that I bring into this specific program and exactly what they're buying, exactly the any sort of things that they buy in the back end, and kind of that type of stuff right there, which I'm not going to show because I don't want to like reveal their names publicly. But this is just to give you an idea in terms of what I recently started doing with this specific new habit that I picked up. This is the new habit that I picked up, along with a couple other habits in here. And of course, I could go more in detail about every single thing that I'm doing throughout the entire day. But what I decided to do with this new series here is I want to try and keep these videos very short, very easy to consume, preferably less than 10 minutes long, especially since this is going to be a daily series that I'm doing. So I don't want to, there's noise going on outside, sorry if you could hear that. But I don't want to make these videos too long, or kind of drag this out any longer than it really needs to be. I just want to give kind of a general overview of things that I'm doing on a daily basis to, of course, move myself forward and get myself to the number one goal, which I'm going for. So 5 new sales per day, 3K per month. If I could do this on a consistent basis every single month, I know for a fact that would be a really great threshold for me to say, okay, this is a good enough amount for me to, of course, walk out the job and, of course, go full time. So I think I've pretty much covered everything here. What I'll kind of do is a little bit later on in the day, I'm going to kind of pick it back up, and I'm going to kind of summarize how this entire day went. So see you a bit later, and take care. Hey, how's it going? It's Ari here, back with an update for day one of this new video series, and I want to kind of give an update in terms of how the entire day went, right? So this first day of doing this, I gotta say, it went by very well. I felt very productive throughout the day. I got quite a lot of things done. I just finished journaling for the day, as you could see right here. But I felt very good overall. There were a lot of things that I got done. I got some, a bunch of new ideas for future videos that that are of course going to be in this series. And so what I want to do for the next few videos coming up is I want to kind of go into specific topics for each video as I document my journey as well, right? So one of the things that I also mentioned is I want to try and keep these videos short. I don't want to, make these videos too long, like, over 10 minutes or over 15 minutes or anything like that, because for one, that's going to put more stress on myself, and also it's going to make a lot of these videos harder for you to, of course, watch, right? So I want to keep these videos very easy to consume so that you as a viewer can, of course, follow along in this journey as I go along, and you can, of course, see my journey unfold as I progress in this in this new series, right? So, like I mentioned before, this can go one of two ways. This can either work out very well. It could either be one of those things where I look back on months from now and I think, man, I'm so glad I did this thing. Or who knows, maybe it might go the other way, where all of a sudden I put in all this work and there, I get like little to no results, which that would be quite insane to really to think about. But I personally I don't see that being the case. I do believe it's going to work out for the better, and you as a viewer can, of course, kind of see for yourself in terms of what really happens, right? So again, I don't know what my results are going to be with this, but I'm super excited for what the future holds and for the rest of 2021 holds. And yeah, so anyways, looking forward to making more of these videos. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get some rest as of now, and then I'll, of course, pick this series back up with day 2, video number 2, that I'll of course be filming tomorrow. So anyways, looking forward to keeping the series going, and take care. See you in the next one.